Namaste and welcome to another Facebook Live session. Welcome to this evening's class, which is all about your lower back. Today we are going to practice some asanas, some exercises to take care of your lower back. If you're sitting for a long time, probably you feel some tightness in your lower back. Probably your hip flexors are tight, and that adds to the tightness and the pain on your lower back. So what we're going to practice today is mostly twists that are very good to ease that tension on the lower back, some hip openers, and also some postures to strengthen the muscles in your lower back. Okay, so let's get started. Today you don't need any special equipment, just your body and some comfortable clothes and a place where you can lie. So let's start by lying on your back. We're going to bring the knees to the chest. That's a very, very comforting posture if you have lower back pain. That can already very quickly soothe your lower back. So just simply hugging your knees to your chest. You can make gentle movements side to side. You can bring the hands on top of the knees and make gentle circles with your knees. And coming back to the center, we keep hugging the right knee and we extend the left leg on the mat. So we bring the knee towards the chest, already finding a stretch on the hip flexor on the right side. And very gently we come to our first twist, but it doesn't have to be like a super deep twist because it's the first one, so take it easy. Taking your left hand, gently guide your right knee towards the left side of your body. And you can look towards the right. Your knee doesn't have to go all the way down to the floor. So we stay where it feels comfortable without forcing, always respecting your body, especially if you have lower back pain. You don't want to go anywhere where it's too tender. And inhaling, when we come back to the center, we extend the right leg on the mat and we bend the left knee. We hug the left knee towards the chest. And keeping the right hand on the left knee, we guide our left knee towards the right side of the body, looking over to the left side. And it's fine if the knee stays in the air. Probably the shoulder will also come up. That's okay, that's normal. No forcing. And gently inhale and come all the way back to the center. Again, hugging your knees to your chest, rolling, massaging your lower back. And we will roll towards the right side of the body to come to seated. Finding a way to a comfortable seated posture. You can always sit on top of something, on a cushion. We bring the hands on top of the knees and we start making big circles with the upper body. That also helps to soften any tension in the lower back. Gives a good release of your lower back. And we change direction, circling towards the other side. and back to the center. As we are sitting cross-legged, we just walk our hands forward, releasing the head towards the floor, releasing the lower back, and we keep pushing the sit bones on the floor. So the tendency is for the sit bones to come up, but we keep pushing them and releasing the head towards the floor. Inhaling, coming up, walking the hands back to the body, and we change the crossing of the legs. So if the left leg was in front, then we bring it back and we keep the right leg on the front, and we do the same thing, walking the hands forward, keeping the sit bones on the mat, releasing the head towards the floor, softening the lower back. And inhaling, we slowly walk the hands back to the body, and we come into all fours for a few rounds of cat-cow movement. Is the best movement to mobilize the whole spine. So we make sure the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And as we inhale, we look up, we arch the back, and as we exhale, we round the back vertebra by vertebra, creating space. And again, inhaling, look up, arch the back, making sure you're not forcing your neck here. Exhale, round the back, bringing the navel up towards the spine, creating space. And keep going. You can go at your own pace, quicker or slower, but always linking the breath with the movement. And keep going, mobilizing the whole spine. Exhaling, round, and back to the center, back into neutral position. Here we extend the right leg back and the left arm to the front. So opposite leg and arm, keeping the neck long in the same line as the spine. We are activating here the core muscles. We are strengthening also all the back muscles, creating stability. Keeping the hips in the same line, so the back leg doesn't have to be super high, just making sure your hips stay level. And as we exhale, back to the center and to the other side, left leg back, right arm to the front, keeping the neck long, back foot active, back leg active, strengthening the core muscles and all the back muscles. And exhaling, coming back to the center, into all fours, and from here into our first downward facing dog. So we start pedaling the feet. You can always keep your knees bent if that feels a bit easier on your lower back. So always adapt to your body. And as we inhale, we look between the hands and we step the right foot between both hands, bringing the back knee on the mat. We keep the left hand on the mat and we bring the right hand on top of the knee. We open the right foot slightly towards the outside of the mat and we twist, gently opening up towards the right side. Keep breathing. Inhaling, bringing the foot back towards the mat, both hands on either side of the right foot, and we come back into downward facing dog. Into the other side, Inhaling, look between the hands. Step the left foot between both hands. The right knee comes on the mat. Keeping the right hand on the mat, we bring the left hand on top of the knee, opening, twisting gently towards the left side of the body. Breathing deeply, a gentle opening on the hip here and the gentle twist. And as we inhale, we bring both hands back on the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog and into the plank posture. And from here, we bring knees, chest and chin on the mat. Inhaling, we come up into the cobra. So always being very mindful of your lower back here, don't force. Pressing the top of your feet on the mat, pressing the pubic bone on the mat, open the chest, keep your neck soft, keep your shoulders soft, and the elbows next to the body. And we're going to raise our hands so we make sure we are using our strength, the strength of the back muscles. And we exhale, release, bringing the forehead on the mat. And we do this a couple more times. So we inhale, raise the chest, raise the arms, keeping the neck soft. And exhale, release. And one more time. Inhaling, open the chest, raise the arms, raise the hands from the floor. Making sure the neck is in the same line as the spine, so we are not forcing, we are not looking up. Keep looking down. And exhale, release all the way back to come into the Sphinx. So bending the arms, bending the forearms. We bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, if that's fine for your lower back. If this is too high, you can bring the elbows a bit more to the front, so they are not completely in the same line. So you can choose whichever height works best for you. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. And it's nice to look back. So look over your left shoulder, looking towards the feet. Gently coming back to the center and to the other side, looking over your right shoulder. Inhaling back to the center. And slowly coming all the way to your belly, bringing one hand on top of the other, bringing the forehead on top of your hands. You can shake your hips, gently releasing the lower back. From here we bring the hands under the shoulders and we will come through the knees into a wide-legged child's pose. So open the knees as wide as the mat. We bring the arms on the mat, the forehead comes on the mat. We stay here walking our fingertips. We walk with the fingertips extending the back. Breathing, creating space, bringing the air all the way down into your lower back. From here we walk the hands, we walk with the fingertips towards the right side of the body. Keep breathing deeply. Inhaling, walking the fingertips back to the center and to the other side, walking them towards the left side. Nice opening on your back body, on the right side of your back. Inhaling and coming back to the center, and we walk with the fingertips towards the body. From here, we come into the squatting posture, the malasana. So, few options here. If your heels are not touching the floor, you can roll a blanket and put the blanket underneath the heels to support them. You can also have a cushion or a thick book and sit on top of it, or a block. You can sit on top of it. That will help. And if there's any pain on your knees, you can lie on your back and do the happy baby posture instead. So don't suffer, don't allow yourself to feel any pain, especially we don't want to feel any pain around the joints, no pain on the knees. I'm staying here for a few breaths. Very good posture for the lower back. We are releasing the tension on the hips, here on the hip flexors. So that really helps to ease the tension on the lower back. And we slowly come to seated, finding a way to seated posture and to the butterfly. So bring the soles of the feet together. The feet can be close to the body or slightly apart, slightly far away. We hold the feet and we just passively roll forward to find a deep stretch on the hip flexors. Without pushing or pulling, more yin style. Just letting ourselves sink into the posture up to the point where we feel the natural resistance of the tissues of the body, and we just stay there for a few deep breaths. Inhaling deeply. One of my favorite postures to decompress the lower back. And as we inhale slowly, coming back to the center, using the hands to bring the knees together. And we will come again to lie on our back. So hugging the knees to the chest, rolling from side to side. We'll bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, holding the knee either over the shin, on the shin, or underneath, whatever feels easier, and gently pulling the knee towards your chest, keeping the right foot active, and keeping the shoulders soft on the mat. The neck is long on the mat, and feel a deep stretch on the right side of the hip, on the piriformis muscle. If you have a tendency to have sciatica, this is a good stretch to do as a prevention. You can also do it passively against the wall, so simply bringing the left foot against the wall. And gently release the legs, rolling side to side. And we go to the other side. So the left ankle comes on top of the right knee, holding the right leg and gently pulling it towards the chest, keeping the left foot active. And breathing deeply all the way into your hip flexor, keeping the belly soft. There's always one side that feels more tight than the other one, that's normal. You're never the same on both sides. And as we inhale, we gently release our knees, release the feet on the mat to come to it's called constructive rest posture. So we open the feet as wide as the mat and we bring the knees towards each other. That's a very good posture to find ease on the lower back. If you have a lot of tension, if it's really painful, then this is the posture you want to do before doing anything else. Your lower back will be completely against the floor, will be flat on the floor. You can stay here for 10-20 minutes as long as you want. And it will really bring about an ease, a relax on that lower back pain. And again, we bring our knees to the chest. We finalize with a twist, so we open the arms to the sides, bringing the hips slightly towards the left and the knees to the right, both knees together to the right. We can bring the right hand on top of the knees. If that feels good for your neck, you can look over to the left side. Breathing deeply into your lower back, into your belly. And as we inhale, we slowly bring the knees back to the center and to the other side, bringing the hips slightly to the right. Both knees come to the left, bringing the left hand on top of the knees and looking over towards the right, if that feels fine for your neck. Letting the shoulders fall towards the floor. Probably they will stay up in the air, that's fine, that's okay. But like the intention is to bring them down. Keep breathing. And as we inhale, we come back to the center, bringing both knees back to the center. You can hug your knees to your chest again, roll side to side. I roll to the side to come up to say goodbye, but you can stay lying on your back for as long as you wish, for as long as you need. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope your lower back is happy now. I thank you so much for practicing with me, for being there, for letting me into your houses. And I see you next week on Monday. Namaste.